As you know, Aditya Birla Group, we have a fairly strong presence in the construction and the home sector, with Ultratech Cement, Birla Light, etc. So this thought about paints as a sector has been there for quite a while. And in fact, almost 4.5 years ago is when the project initially was set up internally. And I joined around that time. We spent about 3 years, planning the project, setting up the factory, making sure we are building the right team, studying the market, databasing, etc. So there was a very strong preparatory phase. So we've been in the market now for slightly over a year, and our all 6 factories are currently live, and we are producing from all 6 factories. And in this short time, I think we've managed to reach almost every corner of India. We are operating through pretty much all the, I would say, thousands of cities. We have presence over thousands of retailers. We are working with lakhs of contractors, thousands of architects and interior designers, and so on. So I think as far as we are concerned, for the first year, we are fairly on target to what we had planned. And I think one of the things that has really differentiated us is the ecosystem play that we have, in that we have not just created great products, we build capacity, we build distribution, and we have also built a set of influencers who help us move the product. So we have, when we say stores or distribution points, we have multiple tiers of stores or dealers. Right at the top, we have company-owned and company-run stores. We have 11 of them. We are the first and the only paint company to operate our own experience centers. These are, of course, in the big cities. The idea is, in these stores, customers can walk in and they can sample the entire Opus experience from all products and services. We also invite architects, interior designers, big contractors to these centers because it's the entire Opus experience. Below that, in a pyramid of retailing, the second tier would be our franchise stores. So these franchise stores are dealer-owned and dealer-operated. However, the design of the space, the people in that space, the fixtures, the finishes, and the entire retail SOP and the customer experience in those stores are all designed by Opus. So we have already in year one, we have the largest network of organized paint franchise retail in the country, because in these franchise stores, the space that we have for Opus, designed by Opus and finished by Opus, is exclusive. So there are no other paint companies or paint products in that space. We have a paint consultant whom we have trained and we have positioned in the store. So for customers who are walking in, it provides a very differentiated experience, because as you can imagine, paint is not a very frequent category. So they need help. And these consultants help customers navigate the world of paint, finishes, and color. So that's the second tier. The third tier are what we would call the priority dealers, where we have brand presence. These are usually multi-brand outlets. We have some visibility elements. We also have a person dedicated in those stores. Now these are in their thousands. And at the last tier are stores where we have our tinting machines. So I would say that, I don't know, the number of tinting machines are also, fairly large. Given that we are in our year one, I think definitely over 25,000-30,000 stores where we have our tinting machines. Because today we believe that to sell paint, that's the minimum investment that is required by retailers, is a tinting machine. So these are the tiers of stores that we look at, starting with experience stores, coming to franchise stores, priority stores, and the regular paint dealers with Opus tinting machine. Home-making process of Indian consumers. To achieve this, we knew that two things were very important. One, of course, we had to have really good products which would be accepted and adopted in India. Two is distribution reach, because India is a very large country and we can't be a regional player. So from day one, I think franchise has been one of the key focus areas for us. In fact, I would say that in 1 year, we have rolled out, perhaps we are already over, let's say, 800 stores. It is one of the fastest retail rollouts, in the industry, because we have now present maybe over 400 towns, which means that we have physically present in those towns. We have built these stores, we have trained people, we have placed them in that store, and we have started selling. So this has been a massive effort. The reason why we invested time and effort into this is because we know that franchise stores will not only help us sell premium products, products that are more in the luxury space. That is one. Second, it will help us educate customers better, because we know that customers are looking out actively for help. And three, also reach out to the new and emerging architects and interior designers who are today a very strong, influential force across cities, not only in metros and tier 1. So the franchise store is sort of where a customer, today in any of these towns can walk in and see how brand Opus is present across categories and finishes. So in the long term, we feel that the franchisee stores will contribute a fairly big chunk of revenue, but more importantly, they will contribute to a significant part of the brand experience. So from both aspects, broadly from a retailing framework, we have two. One which is company owned and company run, which is of course limited in reach. We are there in only 11 cities. But our belief is that we need to really invest in our dealer network, because we have dealers across thousands of cities, and our customer base is also very broad, because Opus talks to every Indian, and we want to cater to every Indian town and village. So to ensure reach, the franchise network, which is owned and operated by dealers, is the model that we think will scale. The real input here is from Opus is that of design, that of training, ensuring the right products are available, and the right customer experience is created in that store. So with these things in play, a model that is operated by dealers but who are very well trained is the model that we think will scale. I think our offering to retailers through the franchise network is a very, very, very attractive offering. To top all of this, the investment that they need to make is also a fairly attractive. It's not that we are asking to invest a lot. To the turnaround time, we are able to set up a store in a very short time. In fact, we have actually set up a store within 7 days, in Bangalore, from start to end, which means a retailer is not losing any time. So store shutdown affects business, and we are able to turn around the store in a very quick time. So a great foundation of the three things of brand product ecosystem, topped by a attractive investment offer and a very quick turnaround time. Possibly this is the package that makes it, very attractive and irresistible to retailers. So we select our, franchise partners depending on the location, the orientation, the experience of the business, and their willingness to participate in creating the customer experience. So that is the first thing. The second thing is, from the beginning, the retailer is treated as a partner. We explain the model, we explain why we are doing certain things, how the dealer should participate to ensure the maximum ROI. Third, during the design phase of the store, again the partner is involved, because they know what are the elements, why are we doing it. And finally, after the execution, the store staff, so we deploy 2 of our own people who are trained, recruited and placed in those stores by Opus. We also train the people who are in the store from the dealer side. So all of these put together helps the dealer perform. In fact, the franchise stores perform on an average 4 to 5 times better than the regular store, because we also expect him to talk to the customers, talk about premium products, offer premium services, etc. So it's really an entire package, I would say. We have a dedicated dedicated team of people who look at the stores from the Opus side. We have a dedicated team of trainers who train the staff who are at the store. We have a dedicated team of people who ensure that the consultants in the store, they have this creative inputs. They are trained, they are taught the new latest tools like, Pinterest, color consultation, visualizers, etc. So it's an entire package. So I think signing of the franchise agreement is just a beginning, and it's really all of these inputs that help not only the dealer deliver, but we also think that it is only when one particular franchise store performs well that we get another 3 or 4 inquiries, because it's a very closely knit community. And really the success we have seen is that more and more retailers have come to us saying, I think the most important thing is to have the orientation to provide a great customer experience. Because if you look at a typical paint store today, we see that customers rarely go into a paint store because it's often contractors, and we've seen families don't go into a paint store because it's not a place worth going. So traditionally, paint and home retail, we feel is lagging behind by a decade or so in terms of the experience that a customer has. So we are looking for retailers who understand this reality and are able to invest, space and time and, their focus on this. So I think that's the most important thing we look for. Of course, experience in the industry, having the network of contractors, those things help. But finally, we have seen that, in retail, unless you provide a great customer experience, it's difficult to sustain that effort. Maybe in the initial months, it's going to be easy, but it is difficult to sustain. So that's the most important quality. And I think we, of course, continue to provide training and inputs, but the orientation is absolutely essential. Will continue because that's the only way, we can be 10,000 crores in 3 full years, because at that we would be a very clear number 2 player in the category. Right? That's our ambition. So that means the franchise network will also expand, because the franchise stores will have to play a critical role in how that revenue is built up. So for the next 2 to 3 years, definitely expansion is a critical part of. So we are looking at multiple models of, because it's been a year that we are in the market, so we've got customer insights, details on what has worked, what could be improved. We are also launching a lot of new products. So designer finishes is an area that, we have really innovated. We've got quite a few new products. Wallpapers is a new category that we have launched because we think these are areas where the new Indian customer is really looking at. So we will be rolling out wallpapers across all our franchise stores. In designer finishes, we will be launching new finishes. We are also launching painting tools, because obviously that is an important part of the entire ecosystem. Recently, we have rolled out 2 big initiatives. One is Opus Assurance, where essentially we are making a promise to any customer who uses Opus products and an Opus contractor that in 1 year, if anything goes wrong, we will come and repaint your home for free. The second thing we have rolled out is EMIs on painting. So if you buy a TV or if you buy a car or a scooter, you have attractive EMI offers, right? So you can pay in installments across. And so far in painting, you couldn't do it because your local contractor is not able to offer you any of those. But we have just rolled out, and we are also again seeing through our Paintcraft painting service, when you choose, you can actually pay in interest-free installments, over the 6 months to a year, which means that today painting can be as cheap as 5,000 rupees a month. So again, we want to attract more customers into our fold. So these are 2 big initiatives which we think which you will see roll out over the next months across the country. Initial signs are great, and we are also seeing a lot of positive feedback from people in the industry, like contractors, retailers, etc. Clear that India is perhaps the largest market that exists today. And once we cater to most of the Indian market, sure, I think there are opportunities. But right now, our focus is very clear that we have to reach the number 2 position in this market, and we have a lot of work to do.